Ah. Hey. There we go. As long as he's kind of visible, I'm fine. Hey, McKenna. Thank you, Chris. Oh, let's see. Okay. All right. Wait a minute, not something working. Okay, and I sent you an invite to turn your camera on, which I think that'll help. Yay!
Perfect, it worked.
Oh my god! I get so excited when things work because they don't usually.
Yeah, well, the technology is always failing. That's just how it goes. So, hold on, sorry, I'm just trying to manipulate the camera here. Okay, perfect.
Well, usually when they do update, I mean, I love it when TikTok does updates because it never does anything wrong. It always fixes everything. Okay, so everybody else should be coming in. All right, here we go. I'm so excited about this. This is so fun.
This will be cool.
This is gonna be great. All right, there's Chris. There's number two. Because, like, obviously, Star Wars isn't my main fandom, but like, I love it very much. So I'm very excited to get to talk about something that's like a different fandom.
Of course.
Um, a fandom that actually still has things that happen.
Yeah, that too.
Hey!
Hi.
Perfect use
All
of that.
right. We have Han Solo.
Are you specifically trying to be Han Solo from the Return of the Jedi, and it's also
Yes. That's right, kid. Yes, I didn't even have the accent like him.
I love it.
That's awesome.
All right. I'm loving the fact that this is so far working. I love it. All right, and I sent y'all a request to turn your cameras on. Oh, you look so pretty.
Thank you. So do you.
Oh my god, your hair is beautiful.
Thank you. It's a wig. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, you know, we just say hair. We don't admit. I mean, well, you know, people come in and they're like, "Is that your hair?" Well, yeah, it is.
I'm wearing it on my head, so technically, yes, right now it is my hair.
Oh, I mean, you own it. It's your hair.
Well, I'll just take it off later. Seriously, I'm glad you said you were going to wear your red wig for Bo. I'm a redhead underneath all this, really. So it's like, yeah.
Well, I don't usually get to wear a lot of like, you know, red. So, and I realized I hadn't done this in a while, and I was like, hey, it gives me an excuse to bring him in. So,
Heck yeah.
all right, Pumpkin's here. I sent her a request. Pumpkin, if you can hear, I sent you a request to turn your camera on. It should pop up.
I think.
And then,
You in?
Okay, we're good.
hey,
Wow.
you look so cute. Oh my god,
I haven't been in cosplay in a very long time.
you look great though. You look fantastic.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
I like noodles.
The noodles are fun.
Hey, move closer because you kind of sound muffled.
Do I? It might be my headphones. Hang on.
Yeah, do that. Do that. That'll probably do it.
Yeah, the headphones does make a difference.
It helps. Or it depends on like where you are in your house too.
All right, how does it sound now?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Much clearer.
Okay, we're waiting on Jace, but he'll probably join, but we can go ahead and talk.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So, yeah, because we'll go ahead and I would ask y'all a couple questions, and when he joins, then like he can just, you know, bounce in or whatever. Okay. So I'm gonna go clockwise. first. Okay, the first question is I want to know what got you into Star Wars, but specifically, Jimmy, would you also talk about the Star Wars celebration in that, please? Because I want people to know that you went and how much fun you had. Because I think it's epic that I know somebody that was there.
And we
Okay.
want to live vicariously through you.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to live
Yes.
vicariously in my past with me, and yeah, I got it.
Pretty much.
So, do you want me to start with the first question first, and then go into the Star Wars Live? Is that how you want me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just what got you into Star Wars, and then just give us a couple of highlights about that and how that went.
Okay. So what got me into Star Wars actually, I didn't realize this till I was older, was my mom. I just remember as a kid always, I remember watching it. I remember getting all the toys. I remember when the special edition VHS thing, the gold VHS. I remember having that as a kid. As I got older, I started to realize that it was my mom, because she saw Star Wars when it first came out. She went to the movies. They only went to the movies because it was a new Dolby system, and that was the movie that was playing. So she had no idea what it was. Absolutely loved it. So since she's been like basically throwing it at me, it's was almost like this like natural thing of like, oh yeah, of course I like Star Wars. And then with that, it included eventually going to Star Wars Celebration and things like that. This was actually my third Star Wars Celebration.
I didn't jealous that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love you, but we're jealous.
Yeah, for
But we
sure.
love you. Yeah.
Giving you
You're
side
lucky,
eye.
very lucky.
Well, basically, what ended up happening is I remember watching the Rise of Skywalker trailer, and I realized that the first trailer was done at a celebration, and I was like, wait a minute, there was a whole con for Star Wars, and I didn't know about this. So then, like, it was the one after that, which was 2 years after, which was COVID. Then it got delayed 2 years, but then since then, I'm like, that's my favorite con, because I love the con atmosphere, but it's even better because Star Wars is my favorite fandom. So then it's like, it's cool when you go to cons, it's like there's a nice mix of fandoms, but then at the same time with this, it's like, oh, we may like other fandoms, but like this is like a unified thing, like we all like Star Wars. So that was really cool. I knew after London, I really wanted to try to get to Tokyo. It gave me an excuse to go there, and I thought it was great. It was a day shorter though, but what I liked was they really accented. They went back to the beginning and were like, well, George Lucas, part of his original vision, took from Japanese culture, and then it was almost like everybody there like leaned into it, and it made it a more unique experience. And there was less cosplays, but the cosplays that were there were absolutely brilliant. I was actually in the panel where they announced the Ryan Gosling movie, so that was really cool because that was wildly random. Because I rumored,
Yeah.
but I was like, "There's no way Disney's going to send this man out here for like literally no reason than to say hi, I'm in Star Wars." But they did. I just felt like with this year, I would say 50 or 60% of the people were not from Japan, and because of that, there was like this sense of like almost like migration by Star Wars fans to get there, and then it made the whole atmosphere very unifying. So even though there was less news this year, there was really good news, but there was less this year. Because of that, it just kind of added this sense of like unification, like, oh, everybody loves Star Wars. And now they're going to go basically back to the birthplace of Star Wars with Star Wars Celebration 2027 in Los Angeles. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, it was a super great time. Met a lot of cool people, saw a lot of cool cosplayers. It's fun to see like everybody keeps sharing the Droideka video, and I'm like, no, I was there when that was filmed. I actually have my own footage of that, and I'm like, that was so cool and stuff like that. So I'm hoping all of us end up in LA in 2 years. But yeah.
What do you guys think? Should we try?
I'm down.
I'm trying to go. I want to go so bad.
I really like to go.
I would love to go.
That gives us enough time. We
It's
don't
too
really have any excuses. So, oh
Mhm.
yeah, that's funny.
We're about going to the bar.
You'll be the driver. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Let's drive. Let's get a big like.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. No one wants to drive with me. I am a horrible driver.
Well, I mean, I have a Volkswagen Beetle, so I don't think you'll want to roll with me. But I mean, keep it. But that's about it. Okay, Kim.
Who's next?
Yeah, we're gonna go this way. So Kim's next, and Kim actually has like the best OC I've ever known of in my entire life. Like the passion, the commitment, the creativity. Oh my God, it's just amazing to me. So, what got you into Star Wars?
Surprisingly, my husband got me into Star Wars. And he's not a huge Star Wars fan. He's like, hey, I want to show you something. I think you might like it. I'm like, what? And then I watched it. I got hooked. And that was the end of it. Like, it was horrible. And then now he looks at me and he's kind of like, what did I do? What did I create? I'm like, a lot of problems for you. So, but it was, we got married in 2010. So, I mean, I've been a fan for a while, but Revenge of the Sith, when it was out in theaters recently, that was the first time I've ever seen a Star Wars movie in theaters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I never saw the sequels in theaters or anything. So it was like amazing. It was amazing for me. It was a huge, it was an amazing experience. So yeah, I'm probably the newer fan, I guess. So.
Well, what did he introduce you to? Like, what was his initial? Hey, watch this.
It was the original trilogy. That's what got me hooked. We
all approve. We all approve of it. That's
yeah.
right.
And after that, I was done. I was done for. So.
And I love that. I think that's really cool. And now, of course, he's like, wait a minute, did I create something? Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's like, he's not even a huge fan. I'm like, what is happening here? We should be watching this together. We should be geeking out together. And he's just like, no. Like, I'm done. I showed you what I needed to show you. You have your thing. I was like, you know what? Fine. That's fine.
Take this and go.
Yeah.
Take this and go. Well, I think you're epic. And I'm really glad he showed you that because
I know.
fantastic.
It was life-changing. It was life-changing. So I'm glad he showed it to me. And I'm never looking back now. So.
I think this question is for you. What's your favorite episode of Clone Wars?
Favorite episode of Clone Wars? Ooh. That's hard to pick.
You can do top 2, top 3.
I mean, I love when the Bad Batch came in, but I'm gonna have to say when I forget the name of the actual episode, but Bury the Dead. It was really hard to watch, but it hit home. So it was heartbreaking. It was beautiful. It was everything. So
Kim is a big fan of Bad Batch. Very much. Very, very much.
I love the Clone Wars, don't get me wrong, but it's the Bad Batch I kind of clung to,
I associate it when I see content that's Bad Batch, I think of you every time. Because I know that's your thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good thing. There it is. So and you know what, coming from a fandom that's half dead, it's really nice to hang out with Star Wars people because y'all still have so many different areas you can get into. And I said it was half dead. It's fine. I keep it alive. It's totally fine. It's all right.
That you do.
I mean, come on though. The one show that we had that was going to be in the Game of Thrones universe got pushed back. So we're bitter right now, but it's fine. It's totally fine. We're used to it. But
like, ugh, or, yeah.
it'll be fine. We'll get wins tomorrow. It'll be fine. It'll just be fine. I'm lying. All right.
We're like
So
with like the puppy with the cup of coffee, like it's burning down, and we're saying it's fine, it's all fine.
it's fine. I mean, that's why there's so much, like, they have Galaxy's Edge they can go hang out with. It's not like if it didn't end so bad, we might actually have, like, I don't know, something in a theme park or something fun. I don't ever think about those things. No, not at all. We can't have nice stuff. It's fine. Hell. All right. No, we can't. It is fine. It's totally fine. But, Rebel Kitty, what got you into Star Wars?
It was actually my aunt, my dad's youngest sister. I'm going to date myself here, but my uncle came to babysit me one evening when I was about 4 or 5 years old, and Return of the Jedi had just come out on VHS tape. So they brought it to watch while they babysat me that evening. So my very first movie was Return of the Jedi.
Oh, it's not. Oh, damn. Okay.
I said, okay. So we watched, I actually watched the Star Wars and then Impact, which Impact. So,
Hey, Jace,
Okay.
so we can hear everybody else?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. All right, perfect. All right.
So that's what got me into it, and I've been a fan pretty much my whole life with Star Wars. And like I remember growing up, we'd play, and everybody would want to be like all the girls. They'd want to be like Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty, and the princess I wanted to be was Leia. That's who I aspired to be. So, it's kind of like a dream come true to be able to cosplay as her now. Having been such a fan. I'm an almost spin like celebration. I know that doesn't count, but
It counts. It counts.
I had my ticket purchased, and I'm still in mourning over this, but I had my ticket purchased to go to the one in Chicago, and then I got very sick. I mean, I ended up with bronchitis, and it was so bad. If I had gone, I probably would have come up and back home and probably ended up in the hospital. That's how sick I was. So I ended up not going, which I'm still kicking myself over, but hopefully one day. It's a goal. I would so love to go to everybody.
What year? 2027, right?
Yeah, 2027.
Yeah, next one, 2020.
There you go.
So,
Ooh, it's gonna.
and yeah, if anybody wants to drive, I'd go driving, because I was like, there's no way I trust airlines with like any of my costumes.
Oh my god, I know. Yeah.
I'm like, that would be the suitcase they would lose,
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, I'm a huge fan of the movies. I've seen all the movies in the theaters. I didn't see the original 3 originally, but when they re-released in the 90s, added some things. I saw the original 3, and then of course I saw the prequels, and then episode 7, 8, and 9. So yeah, any Star Wars movie, I'm like, of course, Solo and Rogue One. Rogue One is actually one of my favorite ones, and Solo I know it gets hate, but
I love Solo.
Yeah, I do too. I'm like, why does everybody hate this movie? It's actually really good.
I know. I loved it. I don't even care.
Here's a confession. Okay, you all know I am a Harrison Ford girl. He is my man. And I argued. My family was like, "You're gonna go see Solo," and I'm like, "No, nobody can be Han Solo except Harrison Ford." And they literally drugged me to the theater. They're like,
Would it be weird to not have seen Rogue One?
Oh,
No.
No, you gotta watch Rogue One. You gotta.
I mean, you should watch it, but
Yeah, you should.
But Solo was awesome. I was, and then when Kira, I Southern Mother Dragon, she would find this funny when she was fighting Dryden Boss there at the end. I like yelled, "You go, Space Khaleesi!"
I like that.
Like, awesome. But yeah,
My mind. That's just so crazy. Like I didn't think about it until just now. That I've always seen like the poster of the girl, like the main character, and then like I just never saw anything past that. I'm in the back of my mind right now. I'm trying to recall if I've seen these.
You're not used to being attached to a fandom that's got so many options. So yeah, I think that's what it is. I think being dry and having like maybe one thing that's not perfect, you know. And so just stay in this fandom and get spoiled for a little bit. Not that it doesn't kind of makes it worse when you go back and it's like what? What? No, it's totally fine. We're not bitter. Anyway, since we're going around, Chris, how did you get into Star Wars? What was your first and your favorite?
Oh, let's just say I started at a very young age. It was like, think about middle school, I think. My folks got me we got the 4, 5, and 6. We watched them. And then later on, I discovered 1, 2, and 3. And then a friend took me to Force Awakens when it came out in theaters. And I was Han Solo on top of that.
Nice.
Yeah, ever since, I love Star Wars. And going to like a baseball game with a Star Wars night, going as Han Solo, and everyone like, is a kid.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it was a very young age.
I love that. See,
And
I
I did
love
like a
that
book.
because most people family thing. I love that.
Yeah, and then I did a book report on it when I featured Star Wars. I was like, yep, I must have been a big fan.
See, that's so cool. I love that.
To see like people now being able to like do those little performances at their school. Because when I was younger, like I've never got to do nothing like that. When I see it, like from, I think it's like a TikToker named Kelly. I think she did like a whole entire recreation of like Duel of the Fates. I think it was. Yeah, I think that's pretty fire.
Nice.
Very cool.
Well, Jace, what got you into it? Like, what was your first Star Wars?
This is so weird. My earliest memory is, well, funny enough, watching Anakin fight Obi-Wan and then seeing him cry. Like it's a scattered memory, but it's like one of my earliest memories is watching Anakin fight. It was episode 3. I was watching Anakin fight Obi-Wan and then seeing Anakin cry. And for some reason, anytime I see someone's eye water, I cry. So it made me genuinely cry to see him like that. And I think from there it kind of started like a never-ending like obsession with Anakin Skywalker and just the Star Wars story and understanding why did this happen to him. So yeah, I think from there it just kind of grew. And I think it's Saber Theory, Star Wars Theory, whatever his name is on YouTube, really kept the spark alive when YouTube first started in the early 2000s. So from there it just carried on. So I guess watching Anakin get beat up is how I got it.
Yeah,
You have to start somewhere, right?
it's very emotional, incredibly emotional. Well, I guess I'll tell mine. My mom loves science fiction, and I'm really thankful for that. So if it wasn't science fiction, it was fantasy. Those are the two things that, like, if she was going to watch something. And so my mom got me into Star Wars. And the one that I remember seeing the most is Return of the Jedi. And I love it. And we watched it so much. This is so weird, but we watched it so often. Like, I don't know if it's my ADHD or whatever, but like random little things stick in my mind. And one day we were watching it, and you know, like when they get to Jabba's, and you know the little droid that comes out of the door. I don't know why, but I know what it says. Like it comes out and it goes, "Ika Gatengucha, Ika Achiwa Plinky." Goodness gracious me! And I did that one day, and my mom was like, I was like, I don't know. I don't have any idea. I don't know why. And she was like, that's really impressive. I was like, yeah, I guess. I don't know if that's going to really get me anywhere, but I mean, I can do that. But I love the OG, and I love droids a lot. I'm a big droid fan. They're epic, and I'm just really thankful I had a mom that was into cool nerdy stuff. Otherwise, I don't know who I would be. I'll be honest with you. So,
My
that's
dad
kind of
played Star Wars Star
like,
Trek.
yeah, a lot of us like have family that loved it, and then it's just like, here you go. I think that's so great.
My mom, I took her to the movies with me to go see Revenge of the Sith, and she's not a Star Wars fan. She saw the originals when she was younger, but she was like really young. But when I took her to the theaters, she got hooked, and she has literally been just watching everything. Like, she just finished Book of Boba, and starting 3rd season of Mando, and then on to Ahsoka. So she is just loving it. I'm happy.
Nice.
But it is a multi-generational thing. Going to these events and being involved with these different clubs. Now we see it's, not only parents and kids, but now it's grandparents, their grandchildren, nieces, nephews. I mean, it bridges generations now, and it's just that's the power of Star Wars. It's something for everybody, and no matter what age or what era you live in, and it will stand the test of time. These will go down to be classics, and one day my great grandkids will watch them. So it's really neat to see.
It's so impressive to know that a person created a world that will last generations. I can't imagine that. I can't. Like, you have an idea and you build on that, and then it ends up being something that literally, I mean, like, how many generations right now? It's at least 3, maybe probably 4 for some.
4? Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I think I can imagine that though for like the Game of Thrones universe. Like, I see that it's going to get that same type of longevity. So long as George makes someone an heir, please get an heir. Like, please, like, just pass it on, pass the torch on to whomever you feel would, like, be nice. Because like Star Wars, I think it's been around since the 70s, right?
Sweet summer child. Yeah, I'm sure. Yes, it'll be fine.
Someone in the comments also said Lord of the Rings. I think that will also, be looking there with, multi-generational, standing the test of time as well.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And the Marvel universe, because everyone has grew up with a certain Marvel hero.
I think Dune is coming from the background, even though he was one of the main pillars, like around when it first was written, I guess, and then also later adapted into like a movie. I think that was like one of the first pillars for making this whole entire genre work. And I feel like now with the Dune 1 and 2, I feel like it's gonna come out of the background. I also got a TV show I think going right now, right?
Yeah,
I covered it on my podcast. It's actually good, and it got renewed for a 2nd season. It's good.
Yeah, I knew it was good when I saw Ragnar in there. I saw Ragnar, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm game."
That's what made it great. He makes the show. I'm not gonna lie. He definitely makes the show. He's really interesting. But I can't say I love Star Trek. Star Trek was like my first fandom. I will say, yeah, Star Trek is gonna last, obviously, but it's in a place of not so much, and I'm really hoping that rights itself. I don't know. I'm kind of.
Did it what happened? Are there no running TV shows or anything or mention of it?
No, there's one right now, Strange New Worlds, and it's really good. It is. And then there's one they're developing, which is Starfleet Academy. But the thing is, there's some weird drama because Paramount owns it, and Paramount's being bought, and so nothing is going to be pushed forward in that transitional thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of great. So we're probably not going to get very much, but I'd love for it to have more.
We also can't forget Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, right. I ain't gonna lie, Doctor Who seems so fire. I want to watch the one with, what is the actor's name that plays Damon?
Matt Smith.
Yeah, I gotta see him because for some reason all of the edits I see is so dramatic and it seems so serious. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch. I'll give it a watch. And I just couldn't find it.
I thought Matt made a very good doctor.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Is anybody here a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys hear that they're making she's coming back as Buffy?
No.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I just saw her in Wait. I just saw her in the show called Wolfpack. So this is crazy.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Crazy.
Did you
All right,
did you see that they casted the young girl from Skeleton Crew to be in it as well?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh no, I did not see that, but I love it.
yeah.
I also have a question. Since you mentioned a TV show, does anybody here watch the TV show Supernatural?
I'm
Yeah.
rewatching it right now. Weirdly enough,
They're coming.
for my fifth
They're in the
time.
works of the new season. Is coming out soon.
What?
It's like I got powers. I be sensing it in the force, and I don't care what nobody can tell me. I be
Yep.
sensing it in the force, and I don't care.
Yeah, so they're working on the new season coming up, and
Oh
and
wow.
also we got the final season of The Boys, and 2 more members from Supernatural is joining the cast.
Oh my god.
It's the final season of The Boys.
It is going to be the final season of The Boys. It's going to be
Aw.
I'm still stuck on the Supernatural coming back thing. Oh my god.
yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back.
Didn't
Dean
it
is
have like a
coming back.
prequel, and then it got canceled?
Yeah,
I,
it was,
I named my son after Dean Winchester.
That is so player.
yep. And yeah, so yeah, when I found out they're coming back, I was like, yes, the Impala is coming back in action.
I saw
They
the
solo.
Impala. At one of the cons I was at, they had the Impala, and I got to see it and look inside it. It was
I
very
am so jealous. Oh, good die.
That is so cool.
That is crazy, bro. I'm actually geeked now because there's no way they're coming back, bro. Like them
Jason, I wish you could have seen your face when you reacted. You were like,
Yeah.
Like,
We even did.
here's something good, something new. What? A fandom that has new things? What's that?
what is that? Something that they come out with something that's on time?
What? Sorry, guys, we're bitter because Night of the Seven Kingdoms was supposed to come out this year, and it's in the Game of Thrones universe, and they pushed it to next year. And we just found out, so the bitterness is there. We're trying not to, we really are, but like it's bubbling under the surface at all times because it's like, oh
Listen,
great.
it's like Stranger Things. You're not going to get a next season for like 5
Oh,
years.
well,
Is House of the Dragon getting pushed back to?
You know, say when it's
We
coming
don't
out.
know. They haven't said anything. I know House of the Dragon season 3 is currently filming.
There's
But-
no way they're gonna put them close together. They're gonna push House of the Dragon.
I know. I still got Wednesday.
28, y'all. Looking forward to it. This is gonna be
2032, 2032, y'all. It's right around the corner, man. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get wins. It's gonna be so good. Oh, yeah.
that last episode made me so upset just hearing what the little director's cut part was talking about. Next season, total war. What is a script? We don't need scripts, just war, dragons, people with swords. That's all we need. We don't need no good dialogue. I'm just like, all right, I know what to expect next season.
Why do you think I very happily bounce around to other fandoms that I love? It's like taking a damn vacation. That's what
Fair.
it kind of is. I mean, it's just like, oh, new things. I mean, think about it though. Like, okay, Star Wars. Like, Star Wars Celebration is huge. Star Wars Day is huge. It's turned into an entire month. And then, like, there's so much cool stuff going on at Galaxy's Edge right now, which it's all over my FYP, making me want to go to hot ass Florida real bad because
I can't say much.
I've seen so much cool stuff. I want to build a droid so bad.
You can get the day pass. Is that what it's called? Like when you get to like. Okay, yeah. Because I was like, Disney is just so expensive that I just
Yeah.
like.
I know. I still want to
Like, it's
go down to California, go down to Avengers Camp to see all the crew.
that would be so much fun. And I just saw, like, again, it's on my FYP because apparently my FYP wants me to go to Orlando because, like, it's just really cool. It holds a drink. And, like, you take it out of this thing. I'll have to send it to y'all. I saw it last night. And, like, the drink has a light at the bottom. And it just looks, it's so cool. I don't even know what to call it. And it's just like $20. I was like, it's totally worth that. And then I saw they have Sprite in a little thing that looks like a thermal detonator. And I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
that is the best.
Oh yeah, like it. Oh, that's so cool.
I need that for no reason. I need that. But I'd be willing to go just to go to the Galaxy's Edge and just do that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Disney is overwhelming to me. It's a lot. That's just a lot.
You just gotta take your time with it. That's all.
Yeah, true. I guess
Because
it depends on how much
this is the way.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah, it just, I don't know. I just like the fact that they're constantly like changing things and coming out with new things. And and Luke is there now at Galaxy's Edge, and that's a big deal. And I thought that was very cool. I love that very much.
It's kind of like they're actually expanding the Star Wars universe into our own. I get it. Like that's a cool little blend if they doing. Is this seasonal? Will they change it by season? Like adding little different things with different
They
planets?
do different things with different characters. It seems
Yeah.
like based off what's going
Yeah,
on in the
because
shows and stuff.
usually it's like, and then the occasional Halloween time, Christmas time at the Disney parks.
Mm.
And
They
like,
have their own lightsaber. They have like this whole experience you can go through, and you have to buy a ticket for it. But you can build your own lightsaber, and you can choose your own.
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh yes.
No,
I think
I have it all planned out if I ever get to go.
Yeah, I know. It's like
where's
you
that
get-
part that everyone's always performing in front of? Like it seems like it's like this thing that everyone I don't know how to explain it, okay? It's like a bunch of Star Wars stuff in the background and then people always spinning right in front of it.
I think it's front of the Millennium Falcon.
Falcon, yeah.
They have
Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly what. Okay, yeah, I think that's like the go-to spot.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen photos of like a full scale TIE fighter is there, and I think they have an X-wing. But the main, from what I understand, I've never been yet. Knock on wood, I get to go. But when you walk in, the Falcon is like parked right there.
yes.
Everybody gets a picture by it and everything.
Well, if you build a droid there, the droid will interact like with things around the park and stuff while you're there, which is really freaking cool. Like, I need that in my life. That is so fun to me, and
You
that's
need
what I want to. I do. I need that. I need to go. That would be so fun.
That'd be kind of fun to have like the full gear of the Mandalorian, just like walking around. And
Yeah.
have, like,
That's really cool when that happens when you meet him and stuff. It's really cool.
Well, and since the movie's coming out next year, he's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
You know how much merch there's going to be of this dude?
yeah, and then having him being Mr. Fantastic coming up pretty soon in the new Fantastic Four.
All I have to say is Pedro Pascal is okay. No one needs to worry about him. He's doing
Yeah.
fine.
That's
He's
like
He's involved in like every major fandom there is, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
Just like
forget where he started, where he got real popular. That was Game of Thrones. I'm just saying. Don't forget. Don't
But
forget.
to be fair, he was on Buffy first.
True. Very true. Very good.
Yep.
You're right.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that. Oh,
Like, what?
I remember that.
was True Blood a good show?
That's yeah, but I think that's one of the shows that the ending is controversial. If
I've
people
never seen the ending.
not, yeah,
I never got past episode 6, I think.
that's. I know people that like it, and I know people that don't. I watched some of it. I'll be honest. All right, fine. I'll just be honest with you. Everybody knows what I sound like. I have this thing when I'm watching a show. If the southern accents are bad, I can't watch it. I can't.
Oh.
If they're too fake, is that?
Yes. Yeah, I forgot.
It's Louisiana accent. I can't. It's just.
oh god, oh boy, okay.
It is not the way. I just can't. I'm like, y'all find somebody from the South. Y'all can either call me or just don't do it or dub over it. Because like,
I actually forgot they had. They sounded like they had an accent. Like I actually forgot until you just said it. It just came back to me. Diner. Oh,
it's like it's cartoonish, honestly. And I'm like, man, I know how I sound. So can y'all just hire somebody that'll take? No, we don't say it like that. I mean, they don't even have to pay me very much. I'm happy to. Dang. But yeah, no, that's the reason I couldn't keep watching it, was because I was like,
Is anything gonna happen with Twilight? I thought that it was gonna get a TV show at one point, or someone was beginning to write the script for a TV show.
yeah,
I'll happily watch it because
Yeah, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything else about it.
I haven't either.
Neither.
Now there's drama with the Harry Potter world. A lot of drama with that. A lot.
Yeah. And then
I'll be honest with you, like that's a fandom that I don't really get into very much because that's a lot. That's just a whole lot. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Jimmy, don't you like Harry Potter?
I mean, I love Harry Potter, but there's a lot of issues. Obviously,
What do you think about the series, though? What's your opinion on that? Are you too soon?
No, I don't think they should do it. I think they tried to do something outside of the book that failed miserably, sadly, and they want to still cash in on it, and so they've come up with a series because the biggest complaint with fans of the books is that the movies don't give enough details, so they're trying to make up for it by doing a series that will detail it, and it's just too fresh. You're basically making it so that way the cast has to fight with the cast that was already there. It's just way too soon. Would it have been rebooted anyways? Probably, but it's just way.
It's soon. It's
I
very
only saw one thing about the Harry Potter thing so far, which was like they made what is his name? The black hair?
Snape.
Snape,
That's
yeah,
what everyone's talking about.
made
Yeah.
him black, and now it's just they're calling it like a big fumble, and I was like, nah, this is just crazy. I said, nah, it's crazy, because I didn't know it was gonna be like a big deal, but I knew it was gonna be like a bit of a big deal. So I'm not gonna care. I'm probably gonna watch it just to get it out the way. I just want to see. I didn't expect much from the Acolyte, but I wanted to see still anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do the same thing with this and just see how I like it.
I honestly, I don't know. I'll just have to see how it goes. Thank you, everybody. Hey, thank you, chat. Thank you for gifting. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving our whole setup and being a really great chat. I appreciate you very much.
yes.
But like the
I like
girl
that.
with JK and then the choices. And the thing is, like with the casting of Snape, my issue is that dude looks like a model. That he looks like he's modeled in the past, and I'm like, that takes away from the whole point of him. He's not supposed to be that pretty because how are you gonna have? Because I'm wondering, like, what's James gonna be picking on him about? So I don't know.
That's my whole thing. If someone is giving you a description of someone, then it's like, okay, now you can choose to go outside of that, and that's fine. That's fine. If they're vague about it, you got room, you got wiggle room. Okay, I can.
Yeah, exactly. And like, it has nothing to do with color. It's because he's too pretty. It's because he's too pretty. I'm sure it has something to do with color for some people, but I mean, not us. It's because he's too pretty. He's way too
Is
pretty.
he supposed to be looking slimy? Supposed to like a slimy, slimy guy.
Clinically,
It's supposed to be. Ooh, this thing hurts my forehead. I don't know how she does it.
I
love her.
don't care for like. I don't really care for the Harry Potter franchise like that. But I will say I do like Fantastic Beasts. Like I like animals, so I like anything they're doing.
Oh, I
with
do
them.
too.
yes.
Oh, I'm with you on that. I love creatures. That's my favorite part of almost everything. I mean, which is so shocking since I love the dragons. That's why I love this little dude.
Yes,
You know what I have? I have like, if any fandom that I like has one of those bestiary books that has like all the critters in it, I have that because I just
What
love
do you
them so
know
much.
about a
Star Wars, Harry
bestiary?
Potter. I have Tolkien. I'd have Game of Thrones if there was a Game of Thrones book about creatures. But there's not. Don't really know why. But that's totally fine. But ooh, Kim, I want to ask you something. Can you tell us the process of how you came to create such an amazing OC that is like so well known and so loved? She's got a custom Funko Pop of her OC too.
It is so cute. I love that little Funko Pop. I don't know. It's just I kind of wanted to take, you always see Twice and they're always like the dancers or they're always getting kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Sexualized, I guess.
Yes.
I wanted to bring in someone that kind of had a little like Hera in her and was more like on her own path. She knew what she wanted to do. She just wants to be herself, and herself is kicking ass. So, it was just something I came up with. I don't even know how it started. I just knew that I wanted to do a Twi, and I knew that I wanted it to be different. And then it kind of all came together, and like the cosplay just kind of came together. It was just, it took a while to actually get everything the way I wanted it, the story that I wanted it, and but, yeah. Now,
Great job.
Talking about it, dude, you got the things, and
Yeah.
God.
Well, she's fantastic. I mean, like, she does it so well. It's great. I told you she's my favorite OC. Oh, Jace, I want to ask you something. Okay, y'all. Jace has been doing some crazy lightsaber content, including a damn flip that I still don't know how he did it. Like, it's so cool.
Like, gonna do it for us?
Y'all.
Oh, look at this.
Let's see.
I'm telling you, I got the coolest friends. Look at this.
Hey, that is impressive.
yeah, that's adding it. I like that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
He's been working hard on this, y'all. Like, seriously, he trains all the time. It's so cool. Round of applause.
Good job.
No worries, need to hire me. Just let me be a background Jedi. I'll go fight some random droids, whatever you need. Like, what? I'll fight some.
I just love that. And when I saw you post that, I was like, wait a minute. He just for real did that. Like, that is so impressive. Like, I could never. I would hurt myself, and it would just not. It would not.
I feel like I like the acrobatic side of the Force, or like I just like the aspects of the Force in general. Like, I like the idea that you can Force enhance your speed. You can Force enhance like your jumps, arms, and limbs. Like, I always liked and was obsessed with the creatures of Star Wars, the Force itself, explaining the Force, and anything to do with midichlorians. Like, I like the science of it all.
Yeah.
And when I think about sabering, it's like, okay, we can all saber, we can all do this, but it's like, I'm not going to get that. I can't do the 20-foot leap into the air before fighting Obi-Wan. I can't do that. But I know I can push the limit like a little bit.
Yeah.
And now I just want to push the limit with how far I can with the sabering thing. And in the process, like I do hope to get big enough to where like it at some point one of them notice or see, and I can do something with a Star Wars film. Like, just let me just pick up a saber. Just let me do it. Take me to the old Republic.
It really is cool though, because like I obviously see your content and I see how hard you're working at it and the improvements, and I think it's so cool. It's so incredibly cool.
Thank you.
When did you start like spinning and stuff?
I started by training people actually, which was crazy. I took the little bit of fencing knowledge I knew, and I took that, and then also with karate, and I kind of took all of like the lessons I was able to condense or what fit, which was like learning the structure about 4 years ago. 4 years ago? Yeah, about 4 years ago, I'll say. And I started with like 8 people, just teaching the basics, the little boom, boom, and that simple stuff. Learning your blocking points. Like, you got 9, but your 9th, which is like your chest, which is like just a jab forward. Odds are on your left side, evens on your right. I started teaching there, and then after that, I lost like 4 students, and then I started soloing, just sabering by myself for the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. So it's just been me, and I think I made the biggest improvement when I met all of these like people on TikTok. Like,
yeah,
biggest improvement came from seeing other people and seeing their skill, and then learning how to like at least add to my own bag. Because my whole thing is like adaptation and evolving whatever you got. And I see a lot of talent. I see a lot of different moves I've never learned, angles I've never noticed. That is what made the biggest growth, I want to say, in the last 9 months. This is the most growth I've had.
Well, I'll say this: like, I'm very lucky to have met Jimmy because he does like a big collab for May the 4th, and I was so happy. Like, Jimmy, I don't think you know how excited I was that you invited me and then invited me to do it again. Like, that made me so tickled because I was like, ooh, I'm cool. I'm cool enough in Star Wars that I could be a part of it. So thank you, by the way. But
He
like,
was one of the first
that's
people I
such a
followed.
big undertaking. But it's so impressive. And then, and look, now you have others that you can
Yes, of course. Yeah.
see. I
I
love
think you're one of the first
No, I
people I
want to.
followed.
The idea is to. The reason why I do it is because I feel like when it comes to the fandom, certain people are highlighted, and it's not that they shouldn't be by any stretch. They do a lot for the fandom, but the fandom is more than just Star Wars' biggest influences.
yeah.
But there's so many different levels and things like that. So what I try to do is I try to do like almost like a accumulation video that kind of summarizes it. Like I remember like last year's one specifically. One of the things I would explain to people is like, well, like one of the people that we found for it was somebody who just started a Star Wars cosplay account who had only 60 followers at the time, and then we had somebody with 500,000 followers, and then we had somebody who was 8 years old, and then we had a sword fighter. His name's Kurt. He's 73, I think.
Oh
Wow.
my
So it's
god.
like it ranges, and that's the whole point is that I especially on May the 4th is I wanted to do a fandom video that represents the entire fandom, not like a portion of it or anything like that. So I'm trying to make that a yearly occurrence because I think it's a big deal to just kind of show because I feel like there's a lot of videos that come out where it's like favorite creators and all this other stuff, and it's like okay, that's great, those are needed. Now we need something that just represents as a more generalization. So the goal is just to try to do it every year, add more people, make it bigger each year, and stuff like that. So
It's a huge undertaking, but that is so incredibly cool. And I love that. I love the fact that you're not basing it on following. Because there's a lot of that. You're right. And not just Star Wars, it across the
yeah,
board.
exactly.
Yep. And I'll tell you, like, because I go live like twice a week. I can't tell you how many times somebody's come into one of my live streams and I've just said hello to them and they'll say, oh my God, you're the first creator that's actually talked to me. And that's not just a Game of Thrones thing. That's any fandom.
Yeah,
There's, there's like, okay, because all of us were at a point where we had like 10 followers. I mean, that's live. That's how it starts. And then I think a lot of people get disheartened because like they try to interact, but if they're little, they're not noticed. And then that can make somebody not want to do content and put themselves out there because they feel like, okay, well, I'm too little, like nobody's going to notice me. So I love that you do that. I think that's incredible.
I'm not gonna lie. That's also why I try to stick in people's lives. Like when like sometimes like people who are trying to just connect with the community, they'll go live, and it'll be like they first couple times going live, but they're like say like the live count gonna be low, bro. You gotta like it's all right, bro.
Yeah.
Because me, I mean, I'm in the live 5-6 hours deep. We having the deepest conversation ever. Like we're not just in an open public like just thing for anybody to join. He's like, yeah, man, life is crazy. We're 4 hours in already. Life's been crazy.
I'll be
So
honest with you. TikTok, like, the thing is, this is how I look at live streams. TikTok shop is really big, and TikTok pushes live streamers to try to showcase items and stuff. So it's harder to get a lot of people watching if you're not doing the QVC thing. I'll just be honest with you. That's getting pushed more and more. So what I judge streams by is not the number, but I judge it by like the interaction, by the chat, and if
Yeah.
it's having fun. And I think that's the way you have to look at it now. Like
That
you
makes
just
sense.
have to.
Mhm.
Because also, and the other thing is, the number isn't even the number because that only counts people that are in. There's lots of people that are watching, but they don't go in because a lot of people don't
From
want
the
to say
page.
anything. Right. There's some people that are shy. So, they're watching, and which that's totally fine. Sometimes I have to remind myself that not everybody wants to get on camera and yap as much as I do. But I mean, there's a lot of people that don't, and that's totally understandable.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I had
That's
like
good,
really bad anxiety doing this tonight. I haven't gone live in such a long time because it's just, I don't know. I guess I just get anxious talking to people. So it was like, I was really scared. And my husband's like, "You can do this. You're fine. You got this." Like,
You're doing great.
thank you.
Keep up the good work.
You are. Well,
I like, I ain't
I
gonna.
still get anxious. There's no way not to. People will come to my streams and will be like, "Hey, should I go live?" And I tell them honest, like seriously, how comfortable are you with yourself?
Yeah.
If you're not so comfortable with yourself that you can handle people picking you apart and saying god awful things, then don't do it. Then don't, because it's not easy.
Oh, I
It's
thought you
not.
meant like comfortable with your self quietness, because me, like I experience, like I know for myself, I'm gonna encourage everyone to go live, and even if you're nervous, go live anyways. We'll be nervous together.
As long as
I'm
you're
still
in the right
not gonna go live because I'm like very awkward for some reason. Like I feel awkward by myself. Like
everybody, if you're live by yourself, yes, you're going to feel awkward at first. I mean, hell, Chris, can't you say that? Chris goes live by himself all the time, but I'm sure in the beginning it was like a learning process. I'm sure.
Yeah, it was quite a bit of learning. I'm like trying to do what I can, like what makes it entertaining each time.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, last night I was a scary person from a scary movie that's coming out next year.
Nice.
So did you, wait,
so,
you
I
guys-
said this.
I was. Hello, Sydney.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie? Yes, I had on the full like mask, robe, and even had the knife like his.
That's
Mhm.
cool.
I feel like I can do that though, because like I see that kind of like a sentence I heard from Batman. See, like with this mask, I can be more than just a person.
Yeah, exactly. It's,
Like in the mask, I can do it. Like that's
Yeah,
also why I
I'm
like
not
savoring with the mask.
Ghostface. I've done like Negan. I've done Captain America. I've done Spider-Man.
I remember you talking about that.
I do the cat. I do the Ghostface. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I've
fine.
done, like so many, and I'm still working on more characters in the list. I've got possibly the Punisher coming up, trying to do,
very cool.
and then
Nice.
Hercules,
Nice.
Yeah. and then Soldier Boy from The Boys is Jensen
Excellent.
Ackles.
Hey, Soldier Boy is actually one of the most like random, funniest characters ever, and I felt like
Yeah.
it was Dean in another TV show. Like it was literally
Yes,
this.
and then
Yeah,
having let's see, Homelander finding out he's not American, he's New Zealand.
Yeah, that's funny. That's fun.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, Homelander, you're not an American.
Homelander's not American.
No, he's from New Zealand.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, Anthony Starr is New Zealand.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm thinking you mean like his origin is really
No,
not
no,
even
no,
in
no,
America.
the actor who plays Homelander. His origin-
Oh, okay. I was
yeah,
gonna say.
him and Billy Butcher are Kiwis, which
Oh,
is
that's funny.
the term. In,
Wasn't
New
the dude
Zealand.
who plays Billy
You know
Butcher like
something?
in Doom?
That I find really interesting, though, that I just realized every single one of us is currently doing things that get us slightly out of our comfort zone.
Mhm.
And I really love that because I know that about all y'all. Because, like, Jimmy's always doing, like, new things and, like, going into this area and this area or a new fandom or stuff. And Chris does the same thing. He's, like, doing new cosplays and going live with it. And then Rebel Kitty is currently right now. How many different outfits are you working on? Alice Rivers from House of the Dragon is the main one, but like she makes all of her cosplays, like all of
That's
them.
really cool. That's
Like-
awesome.
Makes all
Oh,
of them. Which
the dress this one I commission, so some I do buy, but some I do make. And Alice, yeah, I'm pointing over here in the corner because Alice is on my dress form right now. She's I started with my own interpretation of Alice, and then when she finally appeared on screen, I was like, now I gotta break down and make her dress now. So
That's fair.
whole challenge. So it pushes me in different ways. Each cosplay I do, I learn something new.
and see, that's art. Like all of this is art. All of this is like
Yeah.
this is something that you're passionate about, and that And I love that. I love like thinking like, okay, I can do this, but can I do this? And that's like Kim. Kim is very open about like anxiety and stuff on social media, which is fantastic. And you probably help more people than you know, being honest about things like that. And like Kim said, nervous, but look, here she is right there. You know, it's like, you know what, I want to do this. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna push myself to the next level. And that's the same thing with Jace. Jace is like, you know what? I'm not just gonna have a lightsaber. I'm gonna be owning this.
Lightsaber in the hood is crazy. To be honest, it's definitely crazy.
Runs up the side of the house and does flips.
Well, mine's gonna be next month because I'm going to a con and I'm gonna do a panel by myself and talk.
Oh, that's really cool.
Excited?
That's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm excited. But like, I'll admit, when I got the email, I was like, "What have I gotten myself into?"
Nah, you can do this. You'll crush it.
I'll be fine. But still, for a moment, I was like, "Why? Why do you do this?
Yeah.
Why do you do things that are going to cause you anxiety?" I'll be fine. I'll get up there and I'll start talking for a couple minutes and I'll be all right. But I've never done that. I've done panels on live streams, but I've never done a panel at an actual con with like people that are going to come listen to me. So I like that though. I think it's great, and I think that's a wonderful thing about being in fandoms is it does give you a creative outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that can also be like things that you create and learn to make and all that stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm really thankful. I'm thankful for TikTok and I'm thankful for fandoms because, y'all, I'm in the South. The nerdiness is here, but it's not. It's really. There's no way I would be able to make the friends that I have, like y'all,
Exactly.
like here. There's just no way. Like I have no idea how I would. So I'm always really thankful for that because like this is great. I get to nerd out, you know, and it's so fun. And I think there's a lot of there's a lot of negativity. Yes. Every fandom has toxic parts, God knows. But I think things like this are people don't necessarily think about, you know, like you meet people and it's fun. You get to discuss things and like toss around ideas and do collaborations and then duets and stuff like that. And it's just, I think it's great. I really do. I think there's a lot of positivity. And yeah, I know. There's discord. There always will be.
I call it, I've been able to find my tribe. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, you know, growing up, I was always the geeky girl and, you know, I love history. I'm a history geek, but I'm also, you know, the like Star Wars nerd too. So, you know, through cosplay and through my job and my, you know, personal, I've had to move around a lot. So through cosplay, I've been able to make friends and you all through this medium and feel like, you know, I found my tribe finally, you know?
Yeah, and it's nice. It's very nice. It makes you less weird.
Like we're a military family, so I went from being in the army to being an army wife, and me and the army wives, we don't click. Like it's challenging for me to like actually become friends with them because we're so different. So different. It's hard sometimes, you know? So like when I got on TikTok and I found all these people, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing, you know?
And I love that because if you didn't have that, then you would just be like, okay, well, I love this and I want to do this. But if you don't have anybody else to interact with or have any way to like show that off or you know, like have experiences with that, then like that little flame of creativity, like, you know, it gets less and less. Like you need the outlet. And yeah, like cons are great and Ren fairs are great, but you know, like that takes like, you know, planning and also where's it going to be and all that. There's a lot of work to it, but like this, you can just go in and be like, oh look, there's people that like the same stuff, and I think that's really nice and reaffirming too. Because I mean, I'll be honest with you, I have a lot of dragon stuff in my house. And sometimes I'm like, is there anybody weird like me? And then I remember my friends and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine.
You're good.
I'm good.
It's all good.
No, it's not. Lord knows, like, if any of my neighbors saw just the massive, because the giant 3 dragons are in the guest room, like, I don't know what they would think. I really don't.
You
But
know, my neighbors are used now, just my friends and I, they come in and out of my house. We're going on to events or cons. They're used now to seeing. When I first moved in, they were like out their windows. Now, Stacy and her friends are going to an event, and they see like Darth Vader walk by their window.
Yo, the neighbors seeing me at 2 in the morning with blue and purple outside. Like that's
you gotta love it.
that's actually pretty valid. I've been getting called out though lately, like about like in on TikTok at least, not like in the community like where I live, but I've been getting called out, man, about this like whole last name being Targaryen thing, and then like, where's your dragons? I see no dragons. Ooh, I see a lightsaber. All I see is the Force. I don't see any dragons. Where's your armor? I'm like, dang.
I would
What's
just
this
tell them I am the dragon. Just tell them I am the dragon.
I literally had to respond in Valyrian, like I am blood of old Valyrian. Like, stop playing. but I know now I gotta step it up. I gotta get some King's Guard armor or something. I gotta get Dark Sister, something.
Yeah, don't let them bother you. People are
Yeah, besides, I can't say it's my name. Like, oh, you're a superhero. I'm like, oh, yeah, at times I am a superhero. Like I said, I'm Captain America. I'm Thor, Spider-Man, and also occasional Superman and Batman.
Of course.
Literally, I'm 3 people a week. I'm Jon Snow on a Monday. Like, I'm feeling like Jace today. Like, who knows? Darth Vader tomorrow. Like, come on.
Exactly. That would go.
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah.
That's the beauty of this. You can switch it up. I mean, we were talking earlier, I have red hair and I have bangs in real life. And so when I first started cosplaying, wearing wigs, a lot of the characters don't have bangs. And even my family, at first, they were like, who is this girl? We've never seen her. And I feel like I've come in more into myself in cosplay. I feel more comfortable in my own skin now by being other people. I know that sounds weird.
No, it sounds great.
No, that's awesome.
So it's just been a cool journey, and I know it's, I just can't wait to see what happens next for all of us.
I hope y'all keep enjoying this journey though, because when I'm walking around in Vader armor and I'm never taking it off, don't question me.
Or a guy who kind of becomes a member of the Avengers, walking around with like a hammer in your hand, like, and actually,
Like,
you're not.
if I
moving.
had Mjolnir, and I promise you, I'm walking around with that in my hand, because why do I gotta put it down?
I have a prop version of Mjolnir and Stormbreaker.
nice. Very nice.
Cool.
And see,
Yeah.
those people are into more than one fandom. And
Yeah, most are, yeah.
you have like your main, and then there's usually like secondary, tertiary, and all that. And I'll be honest with you, there's not a huge presence of like Star Trek on TikTok, but I think I'm gonna do content anyway. I love it too much. I just talked about the board on my podcast, and I'm just going for it. I'm just doing it.
Do it.
The only thing is though, when I do that, I get the people that are like, well, what are you doing?
No, I think if you start doing it, more people will come out and be like, "Oh, I like this."
Yeah.
I don't mind the fact though that like people will look concerned and be like, "Are you not going to be Daenerys?" And I'm like, "No, I am. I promise."
Being
Exactly.
It's fine.
You can.
I do be surprised though. Like you do, I think I text you about how like you shocked me with how much lore, like about every like you're into like I'm not gonna lie, you got your hand in everything and it's crazy. It'd be like deep lore facts. You gotta connect different story points to even get. I'll be like, okay, I see you.
Thank you for being impressed with my useless knowledge.
Bro, this is not useless. This is amazing. This is art. This is a part of our history. You're not gonna cover the human history and not talk about some of the most influential franchises that helped and created actors, freaking like designers, graphic like no. This is all amazing.
It's the fabric of who we are. Whether some people, I tell people, I'm like, look, y'all go to sports ball. Other folks go to sports ball games, and they wear their favorite jerseys of their teams. I said, you're cosplaying, basically. You're cosplaying for this is me wearing my favorite jersey for my favorite team or one of my favorite teams. It's just for flavor, But it's all part of the culture of who we are. And you're right. I think that will, in years to come, like we were saying earlier, Star Wars and some of these other fandoms, they'll live far beyond all of us.
Sure. Well, and that's really sweet because Rare Breed, that's Chris. And he said people have been born because their parents met fandoms.
Yeah.
I love that. That's true. That's very true. Well, and I kind of had, I'd been wanting to like talk about Star Trek on my podcast for a while. And I finally was like, you know what, I'm doing it. And ended up talking way longer than I thought I would. And it actually did better than I thought. So that tells me, like, if you're passionate about something, talk about it. And I do, and that's what I want to do. And I will likely message all of you at some point because that's what I want to do. I want to talk about all different fandoms. And yes, I will always love Game of Thrones. And that's always going to be my main. But like, there's too much going on right now. I'm excited about Alien Earth. I'm excited about Predator Badlands. I'm very excited about that. I'm hoping that whole thing that they're doing with Alien and Predator, I'm really hoping that is going to like end up with an actual Alien versus Predator that's going to be more satisfying than the other.
Right.
And canon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really hope. And then the Jurassic Park that's coming out with like the mutants, that looks pretty appealing to me too. Like,
yeah, I saw the trailer and I was like, wow, that looks really interesting. Then, like before, like taking that yellow amber or something like that, and then turn into a dinosaur, and then mutating. It's like next level.
I know. And see, these are the failed experiments that didn't go to the first park. And I think that's a pretty cool concept. I really do.
They're also following that idea that the dinosaurs, when they use this CRISPR way of bringing them back or whatever, these are not really dinosaurs. Like they're exploring the idea that these are like what we believe to be dinosaurs, what we will call them that. But in the books, I guess they're kind of hinted at to be a little bit more than just that. Like they're all hybrids, and they're all just a bit off compared to what their behaviors could have been in terms of size and how they act and all of that. Like, and I think we're getting a book accurate. What is his name? He was in the trailer. Like he has a Scarface. I think his name is Scarface. I think his name is Scar. The little raptor with the he has a knife in his eye.
Okay.
Y'all seen it? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like he has a little knife in his eye, or whatever. So we're gonna get like a lot of the stuff that we've seen in the books, which I'm interested in because they're going to explore the science of how they.
Well, speaking of that, I have to say this really quick. Next month in book club, we're going to read Jurassic Park. If y'all want to jump in that, I think that's going to be really fun. We just haven't announced it yet, and I'm excited, because I read it a long time ago, and I don't even remember that much. So I think that's going to be really cool. Because it's so different than the movie. And it's like, I can't remember the quote, but like, Chris remembers like every quote. But it's like, they're not dinosaurs. They're monsters that look like dinosaurs. And it's way more apparent in the book than in the movies. Like, they're not dinosaurs and they're dangerous. So I think that's pretty cool, and I love that. I'm excited that there's some like cool stuff coming out, and I really do feel good about it. I really do.
Right. No, that is good.
I like Jurassic Park. I like Alien very much, and I like the whole Alien versus Predator thing. So
Alien versus Predator is a great concept if they can get it.
Yes. Oh, also in the trailer. I think it's the trailer for Predator Badlands. Okay, so he's in his ship and he's got his showcase of skulls that he's hunted, and there's one that looks like the alien from Independence Day, and
Oh.
yeah.
I think I did sell that piece of when I saw when the trailer show when I went and saw Thunderbolts.
Oh, did they show it?
Tie-in crossover.
I feel like a bits and pieces of the upcoming
Yeah.
Alien. I think I saw that when I was looking
Okay,
at it.
I found a guy on TikTok. It came on my FYP. He has analyzed every skull, and he's like figured out which one it is. One of them's from Mars Attacks. Like, I'll have to send it to y'all. It's really interesting, but it's very exciting because it's like, wait a minute. Okay, some of them are probably for like entertainment purposes, but then it's like, wait a minute, that's the alien from Independence Day. Are y'all going to tie that in? Because I have no problem with that at all.
No, I know that would work.
No, I think
That would
we
be
There's
can.
definitely a level of that would work.
Give me more weird aliens. I'm fine with that. But I'm pretty hopeful with that because there's Easter eggs. Okay, in the there's a Predator series and then a movie, and there's Easter eggs about the xenomorphs and that. And then in Alien Earth, there's like Easter eggs about the Predators. So I'm like, all right, please y'all do like a slow build. And then put them together, please. That would be so satisfying. I love xenomorphs. I don't know. I have a xenomorph collection. I like them. I like creepy creatures and weird creatures. I like aliens. I can't help myself. Oh no, you're fine. No,
Good,
thank
good.
you, Jimmy. Seriously, no. I know everybody's busy. And like,
Yeah, no worries. You're
no,
good,
I just
brother. You're
appreciate
good.
y'all spending part of your Saturday with me very much.
I
Because I
too.
do it's fun. And I don't know. It's just I look forward to May every year because I just love getting into Star Wars. Because like there's always something new and something going on, and it's very positive. And I know there's toxicity in the fandom, but y'all know something. Do you know what fandom has been the meanest to me out of any that I've like done content on? Tolkien.
Really?
That's what you said that before, and I'm like surprised about that.
Guys, that people are usually that I've met are very chill.
Yeah.
It's because I did content on Rings of Power. I covered Rings of Power on my podcast, and they came for me so hard for having. I did theories on it, and it was like theories on who I think the Nazgul are going to be, and theories on who I think the wizards were, which I was right, by the way. I got so many mean comments that I turned it into content and started showing them, and I'm petty. So when I was right about it is Gandalf, because they were like, it's not Gandalf, then I replied to all of them. I was like, told you so. Told you so. Told you so. Told you
That's
so.
right.
It was very surprising to me, but that is the one fandom that has been the most savage, and it's because it's Rings of Power and the Tolkien purists, which they're not even Tolkien purists, honestly, but they were very angry about that series, really angry. Which, I mean, just have some fun in your life, for the love of God. It's because the characters are very different.
Well,
Don't even get me started.
Going back, like I love Star Wars. We all know this, but Star Wars fandom can be toxic too. And y'all know this, and I do that. There's sometimes that I just say to people, it's like, can you just like let me enjoy this?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, and just let me love this on my own terms. It's okay if you don't like it. That's fine. That's your prerogative to do or not do so. But
Yep.
let me alone and let me be happy.
I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand why someone is like has to go into someone's comment section and just harass them. Like, what is the point? Like, what do you get out of it?
Right.
Unhappy people don't like happy people. I think it's some of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I think there's
Pretty
Hey,
much.
Jace. He's back.
There you are.
I was mid excitement before I got like, okay, yeah.
It's technology. It does it. If it's not your phone, it's usually TikTok. My notifications never go out anymore, ever. And I've just accepted it. I'm like, eh. Who needs a notification? It's fine. We don't need nice things. It's totally fine.
Yeah, like Rebel said about the toxicity.
Yes.
There's some people who are very toxic in the Marvel universe because people are egging about certain heroes like Kraven the Hunter. I'm like, yeah, he's a villain, but he's trying to be an anti-hero. Because they took in like some villains trying to be anti-heroes like Venom and then Kraven the Hunter. I'm like, yeah, but they're trying something different.
Yeah, you're right. Like either like the anti-hero, the morally gray. If you like that character, people will swarm and like berate you about it, which is very odd. Like there are very bad characters that do bad things in Game of Thrones. You can like that character. That doesn't mean you're going to do the things that character does. And some people will come at you. God knows, if I had $1 for every time somebody came in a live stream and said to me, you murdered everyone in King's Landing, you murdered children, and I'm just like, it was necessary. I've just given up on trying to fight. I don't fight anymore at all.
Exhibit A.
Oh,
He's
God.
my boy.
Yeah,
But look,
exactly.
but every dude, but both chosen ones had to do what they had to do to bring balance to the realm and the galaxy. Like,
I mean, and that's why I say that. It's absolutely ridiculous because no, Daenerys would never do that. But I am not going to give them the satisfaction of an argument. So I just go, yeah, I did. It was fun. And I just roll with it. I don't care anymore at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, and so the Walking Dead universe, like everyone eggs on Negan, like we're taking down Glenn. He wanted this to happen. He behind the scene when Jeffrey D. Morgan talked about how the actor plays Glenn in the show, like, ooh, let's have him get smashed with Lucille. I'm like, yeah, he wanted that, so don't egg on Negan. He's a bad guy, but he came good around.
But that's also canon. I mean, if you read the comics, that scene was directly lifted from the source materials.
Yeah, that had to happen, low key. Like, and that's crazy because the fan base, like the hit that the TV show took from losing Glenn, never recovered from, and I thought that was hilarious. And I'm like, dang, like this is supposed to happen.
Or they didn't even bother to like search any of the source material because it was lifted directly from the source material. So why the mass exodus? I mean, it was jarring. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it was shocking.
The whole Danny thing, I know she's not going to do that. And I actually just wish that the House of the Dragon did. I wish that you get a remake the show. Redo Game of Thrones. Redo it and then make Daenerys do it right. Like, please, just do it. Like, we know what real Danny wants to do, bro.
I said I'd work for free. Nobody will call. I said I'd take a vocal coach and work for free. No one's called. So I don't know. You know, it is what it is.
You shoot a season 8.
Season 8 is garbage. Oh, I mean, we could do a fan version of it. I think that'd be pretty funny. I'll say this though. I'm not even in this fandom, but I get it on my FYP enough to know the Last of Us fandom. Gee. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie.
Holy cow. I'm like this.
I seen Alien.
Yeah.
I seen Alien Romulus, and I saw that actor in there. I saw her, and I was like, "Oh, this is supposed to be like Ripley 2.0." Okay. I see what you. Okay, and I saw her be so cool, right?
Yeah.
And then The Last of Us 2 rolled around, and I'm not gonna lie. Before I heard about the cast, they were going to keep the same cast, I did think, oh, I'm literally thinking this is the Force, because I do tend to think anytime that I'm like watching something and it's about to either restart up or something is about to happen with it, I do be saying, oh yeah, that's the Force. God, whatever you want to say. I'd be like, yeah, that's the Force. I thought the Force was telling me the girl from Alien Romulus was going to be the new... No, she wasn't. I was wrong, and I was beyond wrong. It's
I just find it amusing that I am not in that fandom, but it's so much on my FYP that I know that people are very angry about it, and I'm just glad I'm not in it. Like, that's one that I don't have a dog in that race, and I'm fine with it. I'm good.
There was like no cap. like yeah, there's character growth, but there was no like actual like from little Ellie to adult like 19-year-old Ellie. I'm finna press everybody. There was no change. I decided to keep the same actor, lengthen her hair, as if like imagine if they kept Eamon from the episode when he was a little boy up
Yeah.
until part like the second half of season 1, and then kept him into season 2, right? Like that would be like I get it, like she's a good actor, so like that's what y'all feel like she can carry the role, like yeah, but like I'm not gonna lie, you knew they were gonna complain about looking the part. Like she needed to be
Yeah.
big enough to be. They wanted her to be comparable enough to actually fight these people. Like a lot of the scenes you get from the game in part 2, she's going toe to toe with everyone. Like I'm talking, hid behind a car, threw the bottle, ran around and choked him. I was like, okay, that's we can't expect.
Well, you know what? I have a question for Kim. Kim, I know, like, I remember you were so sad when, like, Bad Batch was over, and I know you missed it so much. Kim, what do you want to see, like, in Star Wars? What do you want to see going forward? Is there anything that you're looking forward to or wish they would do?
I really want them to dive into Republic Commandos. I feel like there's a lot that could be told there, and I feel like everybody would want that. I don't know if any of you guys have read the Legends of Republic Commandos, but they are so good. It's a great story, and I feel like I don't think it'll ever happen, but I really want Republic Commandos or Revan. Revan's cool too. I love Revan.
Old Republic.
Yeah.
Old Republic hurt.
It's
Like
That would be cool.
But mainly Republic Commandos.
Rare breed down there is Chris. Chris talks about Revan all the time. He wants that. He wants that a thing, big time. He'll probably say something in a minute. Like, he told me the entire story, and it is really fascinating. And they should. I wish they would.
I would like to see a story from the side of the Sith's point of view, and because I always thought like I feel like that was a missed opportunity with the Acolyte. Like, it would be nice in the future movie to get it from. Now we're gonna like if it would have been Quamir's story, for example, however you say his name, Quamir, I don't know how. So if it would have been from his point of view, and it's kind of like pinning the audience against what we usually know to be correct, which are the Jedi, I would have liked that story. Like it'd be like now we got about 20, 30 years worth of Jedi and yada, right? Light side, yeah, right? Let's explain and let's flesh out down the dark side. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Take us back 500, 700 years, and let's take it back to one of them wars, them great Sith versus Jedi wars, and focus on the main character. And that's when you get to throw things like Revan in there. You could hint to things like Revan being in there, and you could do a part 2 with Revan as the main character. Like you could open the door just from going back in the past because we love nostalgia. We love.
That's true.
Legends. It's not canon, but we love legends. We know we do. So give us little bits of it. Like y'all gave us the Sith code. That was never canon at first. Until Sam Witwer, right? He threw it in there in Star Wars: The Clone Wars with the brother and Maul. So they made
might
that
dive into Legends. They might. I mean, we've been getting little snippets here and there. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe they're just kind of building up. I'm hoping they're building up. But you know what I mean? We'll see.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like, I'll be honest with you, because like what they have going right now, like obviously like the biggest thing that they were talking about is like, you know, obviously the Mandalorian film, but you know, there's a lot like being talked about, developed, and all that we have no idea about, because there's no way they're gonna like let it slow down. It's too popular. I mean, hell, Star Wars Celebration is huge. And then, like, on social media, everybody on May the 4th knows what you do. You do Star Wars content. Like, Star Wars is very, very popular.
And also with Fortnite. Fortnite is right now doing a Star Wars season.
Oh, yeah.
They did something controversial. They still doing in there. Like, during the same season, knowing that the writer for Dune was going to sue. I think he was going to sue George Lucas originally for like making the storyline so similar to Dune. because he originally took a lot of like the ideas that he got in Star Wars from Doom. I thought that was so funny to just throw the Doom item shop end up in there like, yeah, you can buy the sand wall, you can buy the like a bunch of little just from the Doom show little weapons you can just buy now, certain emotes and characters. I was like, okay, this is how I knew y'all gonna get more fans. Like pinning these two franchises against each other was like low-key perfect. Like Star Wars is popping right now.
Most of the fandoms that we like there that were influenced by one of the other ones that came before. I mean, that's like a Song of Ice and Fire. Was George influenced by Tolkien? Yes, very much. I don't think there's any way to create something and not have that, because I mean, it's like iconic. I mean, and like Dune is so old. Dune is ancient. Hey, Lundini, y'all. That's the great Lundini, who's like literally the hero of TikTok, and we love him. If you don't follow him, follow him. He doesn't need a shout out because he's 9.2 million followers, but I love him very much.
I follow him.
He's fantastic. Like he has. There's no telling how many people he's helped. Like there's no telling. We love you. We love you. I get tickled because he knows who I am. So. It makes me feel like cool. I'm just saying. So that's my clout right there. This is a great one. Do you know who I am? I love you very much, but I think right now, I think sci-fi and fantasy. There's a lot more than there used to be. Like there's a lot, and like you had like the 70s and 80s. Mm-hmm. And then it took a dip. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's doing fairly well now and taken a bit more serious than it was. Not all the way. Like we're not seeing people in sci-fi and fantasy get the awards that they should. They never get awards, which is so frustrating. But I don't know. I'm pretty happy about it. Like, yeah, there's some stuff that I'm like the whole Harry Potter thing. But I don't know. I'm just excited that there's new stuff coming out and things to focus on. And I mean, like, just new stuff.
Yeah. It's hard to get an award if something's like already written, like as a novel or a comic. Because I think I brung up to like someone like how I feel like I don't know what award I said they should have got, but the actors from The Walking Dead, and they're like, oh, they can't because this is like something that was already. I don't know which award that goes for, but I guess it's like if certain things are already written down, you won't get an award for it.
The actors that are in some of our favorite series and films, though, they never get the recognition that they should. They just don't. It's because it's sci-fi or it's fantasy. I don't know why, but like. It's just not serious enough, which it is serious, but they just don't. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I've always, going back to, I'm a big, Walking Dead is another one of my big fandoms, but the episode, the episode Look at the Flowers, if any of you Walking Dead fans will know what I mean, for Carol.
Yeah, Look at the Flowers.
It was one of the most gut-wrenching episodes. In fact, I watched it when it premiered. I watch that episode again.
Wait, which episode?
The Look at the Flowers, an episode, I think it was season 4 or 5 of The Walking Dead.
It's stuck in my mind.
Melissa McBride should have won an Emmy for that episode alone.
Yes.
Because it was the zombie show.
Yep.
No, unfortunately they didn't. But the writing, I mean, everything, just the acting was so superb. And it all kind of congealed in that episode. But yeah, it's the zombie show. It's the sci-fi. We're not.
Rick pulling himself off of that pole, that whole episode, that deserved something like that. Oh my gosh, that had me in tears. See, wait, that's not a spoiler for anyone in here, right?
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah,
okay.
When I tell people that Emilia Clarke didn't get any awards for Game of Thrones, they don't believe me.
No.
She didn't?
No.
I ain't gonna lie, I will say this. Hollywood definitely opened up to her like after Game of Thrones is over with, especially with Marvel, like she's killing it. Like no matter what she do, she is just standing on business, and I love that
She's
thing.
trying to, but most of the things she does don't do very well. Solo didn't do well. The Marvel series she was in didn't do well.
Did it?
It's not.
The script?
It sucks, and it's not her fault. And I hate that. I hate it.
All her edits, all her scenes look fire. What is going on?
She's great. It just ends up being whatever she's in just doesn't flourish, which I hate that. But it's just one of those things. Yo, what was the name of the Marvel series she was in? I
Oh,
can't.
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think.
There's a few series because you gotta think of like,
Oh God,
oh,
I can't believe I can't think of that.
I know. I'm trying to think.
I was all drawing blanks here. This is like crazy, guys. Come on.
Come on, guys, we can do this.
My ADHD, I don't know.
Um,
No,
we were talking earlier, like Solo. It was supposed to be a series of 3 films. It was originally a trilogy, but because the first one didn't do that hot in the box office, which I think it came
amazing.
on the heels of, the episode that, that 8 that premiered in the December before. It was only 6 months separated them, and yeah. So
Secret Invasion. It was Secret Invasion.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. It had something to do with the Skrills invasion thing going on. So I was like, why? How did that not do good? That you can't.
I don't know, but like I just know that she does great. It just things just don't take off. So
No, you can't even say that it's bad because it's about mimicking everything around you. Like they mimic things around them. Like I don't understand.
It could be something
how
as
that's not
simple
good.
as like as promotion. If they don't put a bunch of money in promotion, you know what happens. That's the thing. It could be that, but like I would like to see her in a fandom and do really well. I mean, if she wants to make HBO pay her a whole lot of money to bring her back, I mean, I'm not going to fight that.
Yeah, I know. It's like speaking of like people from the Marvel show that was based on another show. John Bernthal, he was good in The Walking Dead, but when he became the Punisher, he was like next level. He took that character to the next.
I love that. I love it when somebody takes a character so seriously and really, because when they do that, y'all, is it like I talk to Chris down there, Rare Breed, all the time. I'm always like, if y'all want it to be good, give it to the nerd. Get a nerd to write it. Get a nerd to produce it. Get a nerd to direct it. For the love of God, please, because we see what happens when you don't, and we've seen what happens when you do. Because I'm a big fan of Favreau, very much. I liked him before, like he was in this movie PCU. I've liked him since then. But like he's a nerd. He's a nerdy dude, and he loves Star Wars. And he loved Iron Man, and like you can see that. So my whole thing is like, just look. You can hire us. We will tell you what's good and what's not. Find some nerds because they're protective of it. And I love it when somebody that's making a show already loves the franchise, or somebody gets hired as a character and they already like the character. And so, somebody that'll stand up and be like, no, actually, the character wouldn't do that. They would do this. Because when it's been like that, that's been some of the most iconic representations ever. Kind of like the actress that played Luna Lovegood. She loved Luna. And, like, she was amazing.
I loved her.
Matt Smith loves Damon. There you go. There's a lot of that. So just give it to the right people.
Sam Witwer is like who I want to like really take over for Star Wars because like he understands the Force, and that's one of the ways to like that's one of my biggest struggles with actually sticking with Star Wars is Disney Star Wars. It's just I don't care about the whole nostalgia thing. Like, you're making off no. I like real not to like Disney isn't real Star Wars because it is, but I need someone who's going to go back to the roots.
I agree with that.
I don't want this blurred line thing because it makes it hard to to tell storylines like Revan. Like people were confused about him being on the light and the dark, thinking he was able to walk on the dark with no consequence, thinking, oh yeah, he's a great Jedi. No, that's like you're not reading the panels, you're not reading the pages, because it's clear that whenever you took this path, that like it's corroding you. And Revan's story is so iconic to people because of that philosophical argument, that tug of war between light and dark. Like we love that, and I'm worried that Disney can't tell that story. Disney's going to
I
tell
hope they
Disney's
can.
story.
You know, I think there's a good chance that they might. I really do, because they've had a whole lot of stuff going on, and now and a lot of that's kind of died down. So I can't help but think that they've probably got a lot of things that are in the process.
Right.
They know what they have, and I mean, come on, Disney likes making money. They do, and Lord,
Revenue is money.
if it's good,
They
we will shell that out.
don't like listening to their fans, though. They sure like ignoring us.
Yeah,
Well,
for real.
that's another thing. I
They
don't
could-
like subverting expectations. Y'all know I have a problem with that. I don't like that because to me, what that means is I don't mind hurting the fans. In fact, I kind of want to. And I'm not into that. I'm not asking for everything to be like peachy and
Yeah.
rosy and perfect, but like, don't do something because you want to shock people and you know, slap fans in the face because okay, so Star Trek Picard had 3 seasons, and the first 2 seasons were not good. And they said, okay, this is not going to be a continuation of the Next Generation, which I was like, thanks. Well, the first 2 seasons didn't do well. Well, they had a come to Jesus or whoever, and a come to Q because he's closest to a god. And season 3 was for the fans, and we got what we wanted. And to me, that proves like you don't have to be mean to the fans. Give us what we want, and we will watch it, and we will support you. Like I'm not saying it has to be like, you know, like Disney princess ending, but just this is how we escape. So just give us nice things, please, and
Like,
we'll give you money.
With the Acolyte, they could have instead gave us, which is already a twin storyline in Star Wars universe, which is with the 2 brothers, and there's a sister there. Like there's a younger sister who's also talented in the Force. You could have gave us that story with this father who seems to overcome death time and time again through midichlorian transfer, and he transfers his essence into more and more bodies, and he's like 1,000 and something years old. Like you could have gave us that storyline. That seems like y'all wanted to hint at more things with the Force. You threw Palpatine, Sidious. Is this Master Plagueis? Darth Plagueis? Is that the one with the long head? I forget, but y'all threw him in the Acolyte. So y'all want to hint at the whole essence transfer thing. Y'all want to talk about the deeper Force aspect. I'm guessing that's what season 2 would have went. That's where that was going, at least. If they would got it. So y'all could have gave us a twin story that already exists. Everything was already written out. You can't call y'all unoriginal. You can't say that it's not good, that it's not true to, like everything is already written out for you. The plot is all there. We've seen some of it animated already. So it's like you had the opportunity. It's like you played in the face of the fans, to be honest, because you had the opportunity to give it to us. You say, you know what? We got twins. Ooh, and they got Force powers. Oh, look, guess what? It's not the twins they're thinking of. It's these new twins. And they're born out of a virgin, so Anakin isn't the first to do it. Oh, don't panic, guys. No one panic. It's not that big of a deal. This is all canon. This is good. This is world building, right, guys? No one agreed.
Yeah.
This is a story no one asked for. It just y'all wasted Quamir. He was such a good actor. He was such a good Sith. I feel bad. I felt bad for that too.
Hey, I gotta get going, guys.
Hey, look, seriously, y'all, and I do too. Because it's been about 2 hours. Thank y'all so much for spending your time with me. Thank you for doing this. This was a lot of fun. And please follow each other if you don't already. And
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to follow.
thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. This was so fun, and we will do this again, definitely.
Thank you
Maybe
for the opportunity.
like I suggested the idea of TV characters, like everyone's favorite TV character.
Yeah. Well, we will talk. We will have fun again. But thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good weekend, and
Well,
we'll be with you. So bye.
have a good weekend.